What do shepherds do? They preach. What do flocks do? They listen to the one preaching, but they also stand as one unit together, a specific type of faith. Don't they? So they have something to say. They have something that they believe in. And these people with these ways who are believing in certain things are now surrounding Jerusalem. What could that mean? Babylon. They had a faith, didn't they? They had a faith in Babylon, didn't they? But not the faith we have. You had Balak, didn't you? Who taught Balaam and worshiped who? Belial, which is nothing more than Satan. You had other groups out there who believed in tons of things. You had the Greeks around there, the foreshadowing of the Greeks around there. You had all these different types of faith, which implies what, though? With all these different ideologies and all these people preaching as to what is the proper way or what way to follow, what do you have? You have the world right now today. You have a demonstration of what's happening in the world right now. Why do I say that? Can't you see? Look at politics for a second, if you would. With politics, is that not a faith-based organization? They don't do anything. They talk about doing everything. They have a certain way they believe, and they interpret the rule of law, a custom needs for their own custom needs. But they cause other people to follow them, which are flocks. So they have something to say, don't they? They have something to say, and they have people following them. But because there's a type of faith involved in this, you have die-hard followers, don't you? Is that not the shepherd and a flock? Isn't it? Look at the Democrats and Republicans. Two different shepherds. Two flocks, each one following a different shepherd. But what are they preaching? What they're doing is actually they're living by way of a belief system. That's called religion. Religion is a way that you live by way of your belief. That's why Jesus said he only accepts one thing as clear and faultless religion, and he elements. Jeremiah 6:3, the shepherds with their flocks shall come unto her. They shall pitch their tents against her round about. They shall feed every one in his place. If they're feeding, if they're in the world, are they eating? In their place. So they're not eating together. They're eating separate. They're eating different substance. But Jerusalem is the focal point. It says, it continues, Jeremiah 6:4, prepare ye war against us, and let us go up at noon. Woe unto us, for the day goeth away, for the shadow of the evening are stretched out. Arise and let us go by night, and let us destroy her palaces. Who's saying this? Let us destroy her palaces. So we have a description of shepherds and flocks. We have the trumpet blast, which is a message of war. He war against her, against who? That beautiful, comely and delicate woman, Jerusalem. So we have in the very souls, the very nature, the very heart of all these shepherds and flocks a desire to destroy, yet they partake of it. They eat of a portion of his meat. Boy, that sounds familiar. Those that partake of a portion of his meat shall destroy. Boy, that sounds familiar. So yes, eating. Why is that so important? Why even share that? Prepare ye war against her, arise, let's go up and noon. Woe unto us, for the day goeth away, for the shadows of the evening are stretched out. The darkness is coming. It's a darkness coming. Darkness that comes preceding the destruction of Jerusalem. Prophecy 101. These shepherds and flocks who pitched their tents against her, which means close to or roundabout. Pitched their tents against her roundabout. They shall feed everyone in his place. Why mention this word feed? Why is this in here? They shall feed everyone in his place. Why mention? What do you guys know about feeding or eating? Let's say they're going to eat everyone in his place. Does that mean they bought their own? No, that this is very significant. There are no idle words spoken here. This is very significant. Because when you eat something, you are taking something in. And if you take something in, you believed it. Thus you're feeding. When the Word of God, when Jesus said, eat his flesh, notice he did not my spirit. He said, eat my flesh. Didn't he? Didn't he say that? Remember, right before he was about to cross the waters, he said this, and many who followed him walked away. He looked at his own disciples, and he said, will you go away too? And they said, Lord, where shall we go? They had nowhere to go. What are they eating? When you eat, you ingest. When you ingest, you believe it. And you are indeed sustained by what you eat.